Honey, your circumstance, your dreams, okay, they cannot wait. They
Yeah.
cannot wait. The sooner you become vulnerable and find the right structure in which to unveil your story, the sooner not only can others' lives change, your
Yeah.
life can be changed as well. I always say that there are people waiting for destiny for Carina. They're
Mhm.
not worried about Shelby Sapp. They're not worried about these other big huge people. They need to hear from you. So the
Yep.
moment you muzzle yourself,
Mm.
that's when you're putting distance in between you getting to where you need to go and somebody being set free, somebody's
Mm.
lives being changed.
Wake up, it's time to activate. Wake up, it's time to activate. You know there is more that God has in store. You've been so used to hiding and used to inviting the fear, guilt, and doubting that keeps you from thriving. But wake up, it's time to activate it. Wake up, it's time to activate it. Activate your destiny. Time to activate it.
Welcome.
Welcome to another episode of the Activate Your Destiny podcast. I am your host, Destiny Faith McCoy, and I help moms just like you build the vision that God has given you between play dates and date nights. And guys, I'm so excited. I'm like so excited about our guest today. And I'm so excited that I'm just going to jump right in. I'm going to start reading her bio and then we're going to get to it. Okay.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Ah.
So, my special guest today, as you all can see, is the one and only Carina Miller. Carina's story is proof that pain can become purpose. At just 9 years old, she was diagnosed with Crohn's disease, a battle that taught her early what it meant to fight for her own body and her own life. That fight didn't end there, though. In her 20s, she found herself homeless, addicted, and living out of her car, rock bottom by any definition. Then, in her 30s, she was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, another blow that could have kept her down for good. But instead, she made a decision to channel every ounce of that pain into building something. She started a mobile juice business from the ground up, later moved into TikTok shop, and found her way into digital marketing, selling courses and learning the online business game firsthand. Every chapter sharpened her and it taught her the most valuable lesson of all. This is the lesson I want y'all to hear today. Your story is not something to hide, it is your greatest business asset. That
Yeah.
belief became the foundation of the Sunshine brand system, where Karina has helped over 40 women scale their businesses and build magnetic, high ticket personal brands using their own story as core marketing asset. No copying, no borrowed identities, just their truth positioned to attract and convert. She also leads the Sunshine Brand Society, y'all, a school community where women grow together through group calls and accountability as they build. Karina didn't just survive her story, she built an entire system to help other women turn theirs into a brand that gets seen, trusted, and paid. Y'all,
Yes. Yes.
please welcome Karina Miller to the Activate Your Destiny podcast.
Oh,
I
love
need
it.
like
Thank you for
keep
having
saying
me.
this. I need sound effects.
I
I need
know.
y'all to put it in the chat.
Yeah.
Claps, okay?
Yes. All of it. The glory
Oh
be to
my.
God.
Yes, that's it. Glory
That's
to
it.
God. Okay, we're gonna
Yes.
start off with a couple of icebreakers
Okay.
just to get to know you, okay?
Okay.
So the first one, what is one thing that you love to do that most people don't know about you?
I don't know. Well, on my personal Instagram page, Sunshine in Your Face, I did a lot of dancing. I did a lot of dancing and would love some sound effects. I did a lot of dancing to jazz music, during recovery and
Mm.
all that kind of stuff, whatever recovery we say. We're always in recovery, right? But the
Yes.
first like year, 2, 3 years, like even with the juices and stuff, I was dancing in my driveway, like to jazz music. I would like prop my phone up with the song of the month. I always repeat the same song over because the healing would come through this
Oh,
song, and I would
oh,
just do different dance moves and stuff like that. And so people don't really know that part of me, that I love to dance, and I love to dance to jazz fusion music, particularly Snarky Puppy, which is my favorite band of
ooh.
all times. Yes.
I have to look that up. We love music around here.
Yes. Healing.
Oh my gosh. Okay, what is your favorite food?
My favorite food. Oh Lord. Lately it's been ribs. But I would say I guess I would say Mexican food. I love Mexican food. I love me some carne asada fries with the cheese
Mm,
and the sour cream and the steak, obviously, and a diet Coke. Okay. I love that combination.
that
You think
sounds
of
amazing.
comfort. Yeah, that's yes, and it is. You should try
I
it.
am. You said
Aw.
comfort. That sounds like a comfort meal for sure. I could use
Yes.
one of those right now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Last icebreaker question.
Okay.
What is one app that you cannot live without?
Oh my God. Oh Lord, I got 10 or 12 apps I'm paying for every month, 900, $800 in totality.
Woo.
Well, definitely an app, well, not platform. That we go high level would be my website. What
Mhm.
app I cannot live without? I can't live without Zoom, because if I can't get on Zoom calls with people, how can I close
Come on.
deals? I can't live without Zoom. Yeah.
That's
So
a
that's
great answer.
yeah,
That's a great
yeah.
answer. We love Go High Level too. I love Go High Level. It's a lot,
Girl,
but
it's
I
a
love
lot.
Go High Level.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah, thank
Okay.
you. Yeah.
What if you could describe what you have built in one sentence? What would that be?
I have done seemingly the impossible. That's what I would say. I would say in one
Mhm.
sentence, I've turned impossible to something possible for sure.
I love that. That actually leads
Yes.
to the next question because I want to know. I want you to walk us through how we got here. The good, the bad, the ugly, the pretty, the sunshine, the rain.
Oh, child, how much you want to hear? We ain't got so that much time.
I mean, look, let the Lord lead you, okay?
Let the Lord lead you.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. We going back to childhood? What we doing? I guess so, a little bit, right?
You can,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, so how we got here. Okay. So I grew up in a two parent household. I'm gonna do my best to keep everything honoring, right? Two-parent
Mhm.
household wasn't the like a lot of people wasn't the most, safe environment. I didn't feel, all the lovey stuff, right? Two-parent household, me and my sister, we were homeschooled from K through 12. Yes, the whole ride. That's something that people don't know about me either. That
Really?
I never went to middle school, elementary, high school, any of that stuff. I just went from kindergarten, all the way to 12th grade at home. My parents homeschooled us, and that's probably the bond we share.
Yeah.
But wait, make sure you let them do some social activities,
They
because
do.
thank you, because we end up going buck wild, and that's what happened to me. Stay tuned for the rest of this testimony, okay? So I was homeschooled, and so we have that whole tension household. I developed Crohn's disease because of just being nervous all the time. And I just experienced a lot of anguish internally. And so that's what ended up becoming Crohn's disease at 9 years old. So I spent a lot of my childhood in the hospital, not being able to eat certain foods, being called weird from people that we were in relation with, in terms of like the places that we could go, like church, Sunday school. We did
Yeah.
a little bit of homeschool activity, not as much as I needed, but that little Friday every other week, those
Yeah.
people just, y'all seem weird,
It's not
that kind of
enough.
thing. Yeah, it's like, okay, whatever. Okay, you call me weird all you want. So it was definitely tough growing up, and I just carried a lot of pain with me. And I remember saying to myself, like when I was maybe 12 or something like that, saying like, okay, I can't wait until I get 18 so I can drink, because I know when I get 18 I can hang out with people, boom boom boom, I can give me a little something, because I didn't really, I just knew I was carrying a lot of pain. I knew that from what I could see on TV and people that I heard it from, that heard from, that this was going to help. And so I
Mm.
eventually ended up, getting involved with a guy around 16 years old, and then opening up that world of things that we shouldn't be opening up at that
Yeah.
time in terms of our bodies, right? And I
Yeah.
said, okay, this feels like love. This feels like validation. This feels like
Mm.
comfort. This feels like what I've been missing, you
Mm.
know? So I ended up, getting into this track history of chasing that type of affection, right? Those
Yeah.
individuals that say, well, if you open that, then I'll love you and I'll care for you and I'll tell you that you're beautiful and all of that stuff. And so I would, go throughout my life and get to be 18 years old, moved out of my parents' house into a household with a guy, got pregnant really, really early. Didn't even know what sex was, because that's how sheltered we were.
Yeah.
I'm like, I didn't even know that's what he was doing. And I didn't know that's how
Mm.
you have babies. So I ended up having to terminate that pregnancy because I was battling my health still at 18 years old. Just
Yeah.
different avenues. And so if I can speed past, I can say that I try to do the thing that was right, right? Go to nursing
Yeah.
school. My mom and dad were like, you got to get a career. You got to get a career. So I went to nursing school, got my LVN license, but I had that demon. I had that demon inside of me, or that hurt, that pain that was like, you need to try to drink. You need to try some alcohol. You need to try something. So met up with these nurses at this bar in Huntington Beach or Malibu or wherever. And I didn't know that you shouldn't be drinking and driving is going to have this effect. This blue drink, adios, sounds amazing. It looks, yeah, it looks, I realized that was going to be adios to the next 3, 4, 5 years of my life, because now financially I'm tied to this device in my car. I've gotten a DUI from this event. So it was a
Mm.
catapulting of events that caused me to lose track of the nursing. I was just working at restaurants, climbing the ladder. Leadership qualities were always within me. Homeschooling teaches
Yeah.
you that, to be
Yeah.
self-sufficient, to be strong, to think outside the box, all those types of things. So I just ended up in the restaurant environment,
Mm-hmm.
to come to this great restaurant called Lemonade, one of my favorite jobs. I ended up getting let go because I met someone there and she introduced me to cocaine. And so
Mm.
I'm going, doing hookah in Hollywood. I'm doing lines, blah, blah, blah. Before I knew it, I was like, not only do I love alcohol, but I like drugs too. And so it
Yeah.
was a combination. I said, I think I found my peace. I think I
Mm.
found my help. I think I found my healing right up in here. Right. And that ended up just being terrible. Ended up having a situation with my father, and I won't go into detail, that was heartbreaking, that happened in my early 20s, that further pushed me into addiction, right?
Yeah.
Really, really deep. More relationships that were failing, more men using me, more men coming in and validating me trying to people please these guys. It's just awful. Awful, 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 to the point where I look up and he ain't got nowhere for me to stay. I'm losing my housing and
Mm.
I'm staying with him sometimes. And then they say, "Oh, she can't stay here because we got rules in this rent a room situation." It was
Yeah.
bad, so I ended up living in my car, going to
Mm.
live music events, right, doing the jazz, following him around wherever he was at, but literally getting thinner by the day, starting to look like a skeleton, literally living in a life where this girl is truly wholeheartedly addicted. And I
Mm.
lost everything, lost my job, lost my relationship with the friends that I had. My family wouldn't speak to me. And I was in this very dark space where it was just a relationship between me and my abuser, the one that was
Mm.
abusing me and keeping me on that stuff, using me. And I said, well, at least I got one friend.
Wow.
So I eventually got to this head where I didn't have no car no more. So the car gone, where you gonna live, right?
Right.
So I got into a shelter, started using in the shelter 3 weeks, 3 months into being in the shelter, and I got kicked out. And so that's when my family kind of came back in the picture and said, hey, look, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna help you get into this place called the Cannon House. Rest in peace to the owner of that house. She passed away a couple years ago.
Mm.
Um, but that was the start of something cool. That was the start of something. I was able to have a clean bed to sleep in and
Yeah.
start going back to church and get me a little job at Del Taco and wait on the bus stop in the midnight hour to get to this job. And I had monies, and I was able to to pay my second month there, give me a little car, pay it, give me a little nice car from the dealership. And I
Mm,
was just a little happy little thing, right? And I decided, okay, I got to find me a new addiction. And that
mm,
addiction was fitness. I fell in love with fitness, with food stamps that I had. I was gaining a lot of weight, eating with these chicks at the house, smoking cigarettes, and eating carne asada fries with the other hand. And I looked up and I said, "Whoa, girl, you're 200 pounds." So I started going to 24-hour fitness, body pump, all the classes. Met this amazing
mm-hmm,
woman named Claudine Cooper who would be ministering during these fitness classes. And I was
mm,
like, yes, yes, yes. And so I fell in love with fitness. And so I found a job that worked with this lifestyle, vitamins, supplements, the vitamin shop. It was in Pasadena, though, long way from where I
mm,
was living at this transitional house in LA. So I said, look, I'm gonna move on up out of here. So I moved to Pasadena so I could be close to this amazing job so I can start this new life. But the little demon that's been with me from childhood followed me
mm.
all the way out there to Pasadena. And I got there out there on my own, started hitting up people in my phone, girlfriends, and saying, "What you doing tonight? You wanna do a little something?" I can recover from Friday to Monday. I can
Ooh,
recover for whatever we're gonna do together, and I can go back to work and nobody's gonna know. And that's a lie from the enemy. Thank
yep,
God, to God, thank God. I'll never forget people that helped me. Josette Cooper, my manager, who was at the vitamin shop, was recovered 25 years clean from the same substance, methamphetamine, that I was struggling with. And she gave me grace. She gave me so much love. And when I slipped up past, I thought all forgiveness, she was there to say, okay, that's your one time.
yeah.
Come on back in here, start this shift that you 2 hours late to.
Ooh,
And that grace carried me so that I could be able to work there for 4 years. And
wow.
during that time that I was working there, and I was really living a clean life, working out, dating a little bit. I wasn't quite healed yet. Dating a little bit, trying to do the right thing, right? That's when I started developing these symptoms of multiple sclerosis. Face
Mm,
burning, feet burning, all these different things atrocious. And so, in the midst of me trying to figure out what the heck this is, I decided that I was going to start this mobile juice business because I thought to myself, maybe, just maybe, if I drink and I do more veggies and fruits, I can undo all the things I've done to my body. Maybe,
mm,
maybe the Crohn's disease diet they've given me ain't gonna work for me no more, where I can't have fruits and vegetables. So I said, let me try this. Lord, I'll make a deal with you. If you keep this thing mild,
my God.
I will do the juicing. I'll do it because he whispered to my in my ear, start juicing. So I started juicing in mason jars, and I would just literally show the world. You guys know where I came from. Look what I'm doing now. I'm
Yeah.
juicing now. I got this. I got this green drink. I got this red one, and I got this orange one. And so those were my colors, right? Then people started saying, "Can we have some?"
Mm-hmm.
They said, because I was marketing and promoting it with my story. Look where I've come
Yep.
from. Look how far
Oh,
God has brought me. Okay. And look at me now. I'm saying to myself, I believe and I have faith. So I'm Sunshine. Sunshine was a name that my abuser would call me sometimes. And my spiritual play mom, she would call me that too. I said, I'm going to keep with this. So that's where Sunshine's juice bar came from. And I started buying plastic bottles. I got my little bags. I had my little stickers. I would take my orders. People would place their orders before I knew it. I had a mobile juice business, okay? And I loved it, loved it, loved it. I would dance. I would do all kind of things, whatever it took to fill these orders, okay?
mm.
And so as the years, a couple went on, in relationships, I found somebody good enough. Uh, I got pregnant. And I said, okay, this gonna have to stop right now because if I got a miracle in my womb,
Ooh,
I've gotta pause everything and I gotta work. By this time, I was just doing Uber, because I couldn't work at the vitamin shop no more because I was not performing well. The pain was so
yeah.
bad with the MS. So I said, look, I'm gonna just do Uber. I'm gonna do Macy's, and I'm gonna be with my little baby. And I brought to life this beautiful little girl named Miracle Grace, and she was born on January 2nd, 2024. And so now I'm looking at another 200-pound woman in the mirror, and I said, oh, Lord, I better go back to what I know. Let me go back to working out. I'm working at a nonprofit at this time now. And I looked in her face at 6 months old, 7 months old, and I said, I got to make some more money.
Mm,
This ain't gonna cut it. This part-time thing at this nonprofit is a blessing. Thank you, God. But what else is there?
mm.
And so I went on to TikTok shop and TikTok, and I saw people in there saying they can make money with these little trinkets and things like that, $2. And I said, well, maybe I'll blow up or something like that. And so I did whatever it took. Got me 1,000 followers in 30 days with lots of work. And I got into
Mhm.
TikTok shop. I tried it for about a month. I made $120. I said, there's got to be another way.
Yep.
There's got to be another way. The creator of this product is getting 99
Mhm.
and I'm getting 1 cent. How's this?
Yep.
How's that make sense? And I'm dressing up and putting on these things and saying, yeah, I love this stuff, and I don't really love this stuff. There's only one product or two products I resonated with, which was the Sweet Sweat waistband and the what was the other one? The juicer. The juicer. I said, this is good. So I made quite a
Mm.
bit of money with the juicer, I will say, even to this day. But that's when I came into this person's live and I saw her talking about digital marketing and course selling. And I said, wow, my commissions is going to be 377 for me just going on live and me talking. She said, what else is there? Me talking on my stories and me, I got a big mouth, right? If you haven't been able to tell. I think if I can sell juices, okay, if I
Yep.
can make connections with people, if I can work at all these restaurants and all this stuff I've done over my lifetime, I think I can sell a course. I can
Mm.
sell I can make this sound like this is the best lip gloss on the planet, okay? And you're
Mhm.
gonna want it and you're gonna buy it. And I'm gonna make it very accessible for you. So I got into that. I learned the ins and outs of digital marketing, learned from her, this lady who's got me started, went into her private community, and I did really, really well. I made 5K my second, and for between the first and second month, 5K the second month, another 5K. And I was like, ooh, this is pretty good. But it's not enough to help me leave my job.
Come on.
It's not enough. It's not enough. And I wanna do something crazy for Miracle. I want to get her a savings plan. I want to give her the world. And I want
Yes.
to be somebody. I want to be somebody more than just selling someone else's product. And
Come on.
I met this young lady. Her name is Kennedy Davis, and she's my coach to this day. And she was also filled with the Holy Spirit. And she's on live and she's selling the courses too. But then one day I realized she's not doing this no more. How come she's got cash outs that are like 6,000 per day, 10,000 per day? And I said, hey, girlfriend, remember me? How are you? I said, well, can you show me the way? What is it that you're
Yeah.
doing? What are you doing? I'm tired of prostituting myself on TikTok live for small. Maybe you make a sale, maybe you don't.
Yep.
I was tired and I was doing it with my job. And so she said, I'm building a personal brand. I built a
Mhm.
personal brand and I created my own high ticket offer. That's all I said. Okay, teach me. Gave her my $3,000 and I said, show me. Within my third week, I had made my first high ticket offer sale. So I had made back the money that I invested into her. So that's why you got
Mm.
to be a thinker. You have to think and say,
Yes.
"Oh, I'm not going to be," and I want to say this to anybody who's been lingering on the fence. Oh no, I can't invest. You don't know
Come
what's on
on.
the other side. You don't know what's on the other side when you got God and you got your mind and you got your drive. Who knows what can happen, right? So speed pass to right now, right? Multiple five figures in my business, helping other women build out their high ticket offer by using their story. Now, when I first started doing it, I didn't really have this messaging down pack. I was kind of like,
Yeah.
I'm a high ticket coach. I came from digital marketing. I can help you make more money. Versus
Yeah.
now, God has revealed to me that it says, no, it's your story
Your
you've been telling
story.
all along. You've been
Mm.
telling Man, you've been telling your story over and over and over again, every single step, every month. 1 year clean, 2 year clean, 3 year clean, juices, buy this one because MS. I've been telling my story the whole time. And so that has been what has ignited people, even on those lives that I was doing.
Yep.
They stayed around the most when I was telling my story. Then they
Mm.
logged off when I start talking about the finances sometimes because they'd be like, oh, Lord, another. But they were engaged and locked in when I
Mm.
was talking about my story. So that's
Ooh.
what is the driving force behind the Sunshine Brand System because we all have a story and it's so powerful. What the heck do we go through all of that for if we're keeping it
Come
bottled up?
on.
What is meant to help somebody else get over the bridge? I need to see that you've done it. Forget your master's, forget your bachelor's. Show me what you live.
Oh my God.
Yep. That's it. So now we got that. We got the school community as well to help those individuals that say, maybe I can't do the coaching program right now, but I just need a piece of this. I need a piece
Mm.
of content. I need a piece of the growth. I need a piece of the visibility. I need the piece of how do I handle objections, things like that. So God put it upon my heart to be to open this avenue to help everybody because I love everybody, right? So that's it.
My
Yeah.
God.
She said,
I
mm.
I I don't I don't think I'll get tired of hearing this story. I don't think I will because well that really leads me to my next question, which was from everything that you've been through, like what did you
Yeah.
learn about God's sovereignty? Like we know what you learned through the business, but God showed up in your life over and over and over and over
Mm.
again. Like
Yeah. Man, I learned that he loves me. And
oh,
I know, and I'm not, no, I don't think he's a respecter of person. I think he loves all of us.
he
But
does.
no, I think he loves me a lot. I think I'm on the I think I'm on the total. My upline that I had, I used to do Primerica, because I skipped over that part in during addiction and stuff like that. I did do Primerica for a short period of time, very, very short. But she said, I've never seen the hands of God over someone's life more. Grace and mercy is
In
following you.
favor.
In favor, in favor.
Mm.
I remember calling my bicycle Grace and my car Mercy. So that's where her middle name came from. But I would say that he loves you. He loves you. Like, forget what mommy, daddy, or these guys have done to you. I learned that his grace is sufficient and he loves you so much. So give your whole life to him. And that's basically what I'm doing, shouting from the rooftops about God's love. So, yeah.
I I'm trying real hard to hold it together.
Yes.
Trying
Not them
real.
whippersnappers. Them whippersnappers will fail you every single time. He's got you. There's not been a month that I've been short on rent there. And I've left my 9 to 5 since then. I forgot to say that I've left my 9 to 5. Once I saw that 3,000 come in, I said, I got this out the bag, honey. But he has been providing because still it's his grace and his mercy that's going through the people that say they come through the DMs and say, I want to work with you. That's
Mhm.
not me. That's not me. I do a little piece. 25%, but he's doing the rest. He's
Come
aligning
on.
me. He's aligning me with people that say, I want to work with you. I'm a believer too. I want to do this. I want to share my story. So it's God all the way.
It's 100% God. And I even love I love so many parts of the story, but I also love how you said when you had your daughter,
Yes.
you were like there has to be more.
Yeah.
And that is a big part of what I try to share with my audience. Like, yes, we have them, but like there's more. Like
Yes.
your dreams, your aspirations, the things that God has for us that He already put in us, those parts of the story did not disappear because you had a
Yes.
child. Like, and if
Yes.
anything, it should become motivation. It should become the reason why you're like, no, there has to be more. So I can
Yes.
definitely relate on that because I'm like, it doesn't really matter. I'm 100% the dreamer around here. Like it don't matter what things look like. I know that there's more. I know that
Yes.
there's a whole nother world out there. So if it means that it's going to take a lot of work, which you alluded to also, it takes a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's work, but
It's
it's not
work.
impossible.
Right.
Especially when you are doing what God has predestined
Yes.
to do. Oh
Yes.
my gosh.
Yes.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
Yes.
What how do you balance all of this stuff with your daughter?
I don't know.
Or juggle? Because I don't even like the word balance.
I think we talked about this a little bit earlier in the DMs,
Yeah,
but Lord God,
we don't.
God. You know what? I will say one thing that I do resonate with a creator that I saw a video. He said recovering addicts make the best entrepreneurs. And this is a very reason why I feel like this has always been my calling to be an entrepreneur because I like to be here, everywhere, doing this,
Yeah.
do that, the third. I'm already thinking about maybe doing. I was talking to one of my mentors, doing a mastermind. Like doing a mastermind or a master class. That's right, a
Mm-hmm.
master class where I just let everybody in, like for free, and just let them just see my coaching style. Just
Yeah.
ideas. So I like to do a lot, and I think that's the love for doing a lot me is
Yeah.
what keeps me going, as well as God giving me the prioritization, wisdom to be able to say, okay, today you better drop something in your school community. Today is
Hmm.
client fulfillment. You need to make sure that you're making sure everybody is satisfied and then they are where they need to be. And then,
Yeah.
you got to make sure you're ministering on the praise team twice a month, to show up and give God back something. So we got that. So all these different pieces, I think it just builds a happy life for me. And
Yes.
I can't just sit at a desk with my fingers just twiddling underneath. I can't do it. I feel like I'm going to die. And that's the reason why I exited out of that life into this life. And I'm so grateful. But to answer your question, God.
God.
Yes.
God, because I relate to that too, doing a million things, being active in church, doing stuff for your family,
Right.
a million and one things. So it looks like we are running around like chickens with our head cut off, but really it's God teaching us how to have the capacity and Him teaching us, like you said, what do I do today?
Yes.
Learning and
Yes.
understanding that daily bread, which is something that I'm daily working on. Like, okay, I may not have it all figured out, but today, what do I need to focus on? Do the kids need me more today? No? Okay, cool.
Mm.
So you need me over
Oh,
here. You need me over
yeah.
here. But then the next day it might be leave the business
Yeah.
alone, go spend time with your
Sure.
kids or spend time with your husband or whatever it is. It's definitely making sure that your relationship is locked in with God because that's the one that's giving you the strategy and
Mm.
the um the space mentally and physically
Yes,
to
exactly. The
even
ammunition. Yes.
yes, and the ammunition to do it because like we were talking about earlier, I'm not always like on 100. The people see
Yeah.
us on social media and stuff, it's like, oh my god, they just putting out the stuff. Yeah, that's because
But
we're on a
yeah.
mission.
Yeah, we on a mission. But Mondays is slow for me. I don't do no makeup Monday. I'm gonna just feel, but I don't do no makeup Monday. That's me going into
I
my
love it.
DMs, me answering questions, pulling people
Yes.
to make a decision to jump on a call, filling that calendar up if it isn't already full
Mhm.
by then. That CEO founder day where I'm just
Yeah.
literally looking at what I need to do for the business so that we can have a
Mhm.
great week. So yeah.
Yeah. That's good because having specific days, which one of my mentors taught me that too, having specific
Yeah.
days for specific things keeps you from feeling like this to-do list just never ends. It's more
Right.
like I'll do what I need to do on Monday and then Tuesday is something else. And,
Right.
and you just keep on going. Oh my gosh, I'm loving this.
Awesome.
Your what else do you want the listeners to know about your either the high ticket offer or your community? How can they work with you after they've heard your amazing?
Oh.
It's not just a story, it's a testimony to how
Yes.
wonderful and how faithful God really is. So how can they work with you?
Yes, absolutely. So one thing I'll say before I say that is, and I did a video for the school community the other day that I just be like, when I have a download, I just have to start recording. Like there
Yeah.
is a batch day, but I fall victim to just recording in the moment because I am closely connected to God. And in that
Mhm.
moment, he was telling me to say that it can only get you so far. I kept hearing that.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to let the viewers know, that what you have, if you're unsatisfied with your life, has
Yeah.
only got is the skills that you have has only gotten you to where you are. Most likely you're going to need another skill set to get to the next level. And that's simply what has been reflected in my life, is that if you get more skills,
Mhm.
sales, systems,
Yep.
strategies, you can blow your page up, you can testify, you can share your story, so on and so forth, and you can package all your gifts and your talents into a high ticket offer, and
Yeah.
you can change your life. You can
Yes.
literally change your life. Okay, this was a 20K month for me. Last month was 15K. So it's like, come on now. What was the difference between the TikTok girl and this girl? Is more
Mhm.
skills. So, with
Yes.
that being said, you are always welcome. My viewers are always welcome, or these viewers are always welcome to reach out to me on Instagram, MS Digital Sunshine, which is so weird. I didn't expect it. When I did it, Miss Digital Sunshine, I didn't think of the MS part, but I was just trying to say I miss
Oh,
digital.
oh,
Love how it all works out together, right? You guys are able to drop me a DM. If you go to my Instagram, you'll see that there is a booking link, so you can book a strategy call, and we can kind of unwind if it's best for us to work together, and what your
yeah,
ideas are and things like that, and to see if we can help bring this to life for you. And I just want to encourage everyone to not be afraid to invest, because investing in yourself is never going to come back void if you're
yeah,
making good investments into
yeah,
people and to programs that are going, you can clearly see is going to
yeah,
help shift the atmosphere and shift the trajectory of your life. I just invested another 12K 2 days ago because I know the power of investing
yeah,
and how, okay, this person's going to handle my back end, going to handle my DMs. This person's going to help me run that GHL we were talking about. I don't know nothing about that and don't want to know. I mean, I'll know a little bit of it, but he'll handle, making sure everything is automated, the nurturing sequences and stuff. Let them handle it. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll learn as I want to. So investing is
yeah.
so powerful.
Oh my gosh. Y'all heard it. Investing is powerful. Investing will change your life. For
Yes.
everybody that is on the fence, for everybody that keeps saying, I want to do different, I want more, I want this, I want
Yes.
that. But then the moment that someone like Karina or even myself presents
Yes.
the God given vision to help,
Roadmap.
then everybody, the roadmap from our own stories, then everybody claims up. But this is not to like put anybody out there, but to encourage you that I believe
Yes.
that God always connects the people that are supposed to be connected. So you already
Yes.
know if there's something there between myself and you, or if Karina and you, don't ignore it, because God is
Yes.
literally showing you the roadmap.
Yes.
And
Literally.
oftentimes
Yes.
we ignore it. But learning, you said something really important. We have to be willing to learn. The amount of podcasts and YouTubers and people that I
Yes.
follow and watch
Yep.
constantly, like I have to be mindful to put something stupid on just so that my brain gets a minute. But I'm constantly like, okay, that's how you tell a story.
Yes.
Okay,
Yep.
that helps. Okay, all the time. And that's the only way that we're going to get better, is by learning
Yes.
and embracing the help. I love
Yes.
that.
Yes.
I love that. I love that. I love that.
Yes.
Okay. As we close out, Karina, what is one piece of advice that you would give to the woman who is listening right now and is afraid to tell her story?
Honey, your finances, your finances, your circumstance, your dreams, okay, they cannot wait. They
No.
cannot wait. The sooner you become vulnerable and find the right structure in which to unveil your story, the sooner not only can others' lives change, your
Yeah.
life can be changed as well. I always say that there are people waiting for destiny for Karina. They're not worried about Shelby Sapp. They're not worried about these other big huge people. They need to hear from you. So the
Yep.
moment you muzzle yourself, the long
Mm,
that's when you're putting distance in between you getting to where you need to go and somebody being set free, somebody's
mm.
life being changed. And through this business, it is a spiritual experience. I'm not the same person I was in October. I'm
Come
not.
on.
I'm on fire, and I'm doing it because of the strength that God has given me, but also how He has begun to heal me through this process. So it's so
Yes.
much involved in this. So share your story.
Share the story. And the fire is burning, girl. Okay. Shine
Yes.
bright. Okay.
Yes. Shine
I
bright like a
am
diamond.
right.
Definitely. Thank you
But
so
look,
much. Thank you for this platform. Thank you.
thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Can I say I don't even remember how we got connected? I
I
don't
was trying to
remember if
pitch
I
you.
was that. What?
You didn't know it, but I was. And I was like, we seem like we run in parallel. And I was like, let's just be friends. I was like, I give up. It's going to be too hard. No, yeah.
That's so funny, but not too hard. More like the timing, because trust and believe. I've been
Oh,
watching the
yeah.
entire time, and I know that. Like, okay, I'm gonna be vulnerable for a second, real quick,
Yeah.
before we get out of here.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people assume that when you are doing all of the work, that things just they shift quickly. And
Hmm.
that's not necessarily the case. There is work that needs to be done. There's a journey that God takes all of us through. And for me, I'm kind of still in the journey. And still, I think he's building what I call my rap sheet, but also I believe he's making connections intentionally. I believe he's putting me in spaces
Mhm.
intentionally. So the moment that the account matches the spaces, trust and believe, y'all don't have to book her because I'm gonna book her my daggone stuff, okay?
That's right. That's right.
I'm
Yes.
gonna keep her busy, okay?
Yes. I love it. I love it. I love it. From your lips to God's ears.
Listen, you heard me right, okay? Because she's been on
Yes.
the list, right?
You just
Okay.
got awesome.
Okay,
Awesome.
guys. Listen, we do an activation at the end of every
Yeah.
episode. So, y'all, this activation for the week is I'm challenging you to think about the one part of your story that you have been keeping small and
Mm.
ask yourself, what would happen if you stopped hiding it? And if you're really brave, let me and Karina know in the comments so that we can hold you accountable,
Yes.
help you along the way. What part of your story are you still keeping small? What part of your story are you pushing down because it makes you feel uncomfortable, it makes somebody else feel uncomfortable because you
Mm.
got kids, because you're busy, because you got a job, all the excuses that we keep using, but yet he keeps pointing at that one thing.
Yeah.
What is that? Figure it out and imagine what would happen if you stopped hiding it. And of course, guys, remember that the calling on your life is not canceled. It is just waiting on your obedience. Thank you again, Karina, for joining
So
us
proud
today.
of
And
you.
I will talk to you guys again next Wednesday.
Thank
Bye.
you so much. All right. Bye.